People who studied Cicada 3301 always asked the same question: who was behind it? In 2012, a strange image appeared online asking for highly intelligent individuals. The puzzle was unlike anything the internet had ever seen. Hidden codes, encrypted messages, ancient texts, real-world coordinates. Thousands tried to solve it. Almost everyone failed. Only a few people reached the final stages, and then the puzzle stopped. The organizers posted one last message saying they had found the people they were looking for. After that, Cicada 3301 vanished. For years, people believed it was a government recruitment test. Others thought it was a cryptography group or an elaborate internet experiment. But the truth, according to a theory buried deep in forgotten forums, was something much darker. Cicada 3301 was never meant to be a puzzle. It was a door. The people who created it were not hackers or researchers. They were members of a secret cult known as Agarar. Agarar had existed quietly for decades. Its members were wealthy, educated, and extremely careful about remaining invisible. They believed the modern world had become weak, corrupt, and unstable. To them, collapse was inevitable, and collapse could be guided. But Agarar had one problem. They needed very specific kinds of minds. People capable of understanding complex systems. People who could break encryption, manipulate networks, and see patterns inside chaos. So they built the perfect filter, the Cicada puzzle. Each stage was designed to remove thousands of participants. Only the most obsessive, intelligent, and patient people could continue. By the final stages, only a handful of people remained. Those people received a private message. The message was simple: you have been observed. The next stage awaits. From that moment forward, those individuals disappeared from the public puzzle. They were invited somewhere else. According to scattered testimonies collected later, the final stage was not online. It took place in the real world. Participants were asked to travel to a quiet building on the edge of a city, an abandoned warehouse with no markings. Inside was a staircase leading underground. Below the building was a massive stone chamber lit by hundreds of candles. Waiting inside were members of Agarar, men in suits, women in dark dresses, powerful people who looked completely normal in the world above. But in that chamber, they were something else. The recruits were told the truth. The Cicada puzzle was never about intelligence alone. It was about obedience. Anyone who had followed instructions for months without knowing who was giving them had already proven they were capable of joining Agarar. The chamber was silent as the cult began its ritual. Members stood in a circle around a symbol carved into the floor. And then the chanting began. Slow at first, low voices echoing through the chamber. Keep the secret. Keep the secret. Keep the secret. The phrase repeated again and again until the entire room vibrated with the same words. The recruits were told Agarar's true belief. The world was fragile. Civilization depended on systems that could fail at any moment. Power grids, financial networks, transportation systems, communication infrastructure. To Agarar, the collapse of those systems was not something to fear. It was something to guide. They believed certain people could become catalysts. Individuals who sacrificed during rituals would release their souls into the world, pushing fragile systems toward failure. Mechanical breakdowns, unexplained disasters. Events investigators would later call accidents. To outsiders, these events looked random. But to Agarar, they were proof the catalyst was still working. The recruits who solved the Cicada puzzles were given a choice: walk away and forget what they had seen, or stay and become part of the cult. Most people on the internet still believe the Cicada mystery simply ended, but the truth may be far more disturbing. Because the puzzle did not disappear, it completed its purpose. Somewhere in the world, the people who solved the final stages of Cicada 3301 are no longer puzzle enthusiasts. They are members of Agarar, and deep underground in chambers hidden beneath quiet buildings, the chanting continues: keep the secret, keep the secret, keep the secret. Because the people who created the puzzle were never looking for players, they were looking for believers.